You declared the family voyage was for us all. Your exact statement was, everyone needs a little rest, right? And I nearly laughed at the absurdity of you calling it family. By that time, I understood precisely what kind of family you were referencing. The one you had secretly constructed behind my back? It commenced with silence. Not the comfortable, quiet kind. The heavy, artificial silence of a person rehearsing deception. You would glance at your phone, smile, slightly, and then quickly angle the screen away from me. I would inquire who it was. You would simply shrug. You would say it was merely work and finish your coffee too quickly. I recall the first instance I saw her name, Mary, saved under Ryan Accounting. You did not even bother to change the generic profile picture. I did not immediately confront you. I have learned that people reveal their intentions most clearly when they believe they are safe. So I waited. The facts came to me in fragments. A forgotten statement from a bank card, a charge at a hotel in a city, you claim to despise a receipt for an expensive necklace, not the one you gave me, and finally the pictures, your hand resting on her waist, her expression, joyful during a sunset, the very same cruise brochure pinned to her refrigerator. In one of the snapshots, that is when the understanding dawned. The supposed family trip was not for our family. It was for yours and hers. I remember sitting on the edge of the bed that night. Your luggage? Open the trip documents lying on the dresser. You were humming a tune in the shower, and I thought this is the true sound of betrayal. Gentle running water, quiet, suppressed. Falsehoods and the noise of zippers closing over secrets. I did not shed a single tear. Tears do not restore dignity. Calculated action does. The next morning, you offered me a quick kiss and said, "Sweetheart, all preparations are complete. The ship departs Saturday. You, me, my mother, your brother, everyone." I smiled. "Perfect," I said. And that marked the start of my execution. First, I contacted my brother. He already knew everything. He always does. He chuckled when I described my intentions. He said, "You have always been the reserved one. I never expected you to turn into a master strategist. Just watch me," I told him. We were still invited. Technically, the reservation included 4 private rooms, yours, mine, my mother's, and my brother's. But I observed an intriguing detail. You had booked 5 guests, so I checked the booking system. Guest number 5 was not my mother. It was Mary using your corporate email address. You did not even attempt to conceal her existence. You truly believed I would simply appear and pose for pictures while you pretended she was merely a colleague. So I logged into the system as you always utilized the same simple access code, your former pet's name and your birth year. Pathetic. Then I deactivated Mary's room access. I changed the name on her ticket to reflect a cancellation. 20 minutes later, I called the cruise company and requested a full reimbursement for the canceled cabin, citing a booking error due to duplication. The money naturally went directly back into our shared account, which, as of that morning, had become solely my account. Saturday arrived. You were already at the boarding area, sunglasses on, behaving like a man, completely free of worries. Mary was beside you, looking pale and anxious, clutching her travel pass. You waved as you saw my brother and me approaching. I waved back, a sincere smile on my face, as if I were utterly oblivious. Then came the announcement. "Guest Mary Reynolds, please report to the customer service counter." You immediately froze. She looked confused, and I just stood and observed. The staff explained that her reservation had been nullified. No valid pass, no record of payment. You attempted to interfere. You raised your voice. But there is a certain poetic justice in witnessing a liar publicly attempt to explain their lie. You looked diminished, weak, and when she abruptly walked away, you turned to me. That expression of sheer panic, of understanding hitting too late. My brother whispered just loud enough for you to hear. "Oops, we forgot to mention he has children." You blinked. "What did he just say?" I slightly tilted my head. "Oh, nothing. Just that you should have informed Mary you are still legally bound to me." And then the gate closed. The ship's horn sounded loudly. You stood there, stranded on the dock, watching us depart. 20 minutes later, my legal representative sent me a message. The joint funds were emptied. The paperwork for the separation was formally submitted. And your company, the one Mary worked for, received an anonymous notification regarding a conflict of interest between senior staff and a junior employee. You always claimed I did not know how to fight. You were correct. I do not engage in fighting. I ensure things are finished. When I leaned over the ship's railing that night watching the waves consume the sunset, I finally experienced it. Peace. Not the fragile kind, the earned kind, the The kind that arrives when justice ceases to be an abstract concept and becomes reality. You stated the voyage was arranged for everyone, and it truly was. Everyone who still deserved a place on that ship.